Right. We have been on since we started and we have developed the show. So I'm going to sit down with guys who are called Nestrock developers to develop the show further, but also to have a discussion on exactly what the business they are into looks like. But before we do that, let me take a look at what you guys have been saying on social media since we began. And right now, you guys are looking sharp. Keep up the good job. This is coming from my very own producer, Ryan Ngure, who's watching us today from home. Thank you very much. Right. Yeah, he is watching. He is watching. Asante sana, Sir Ryan, for watching. Now we are seeing here a lot of feedback. I'm hoping I'll be able to cover all of it. Good morning, Mr. Okenye. This is Frank Majamaina. We are ready for your advice on money matters. Thank you for tuning in. Gikiri Ed tuned in from Kisii. Asante sana from watching all the way from Kisii. Jeremiah Washira, Mr. Okenye, advise me, siku hizi macho yangu haioni pesa. Inafaa kuwa inaona hii show, so eventually utaweza kuona pesa. So you're in the right place. Jesse kills it with wisdom. Boniface Otieno, of course, commending. Jesse Kimotho was here earlier on for the newspaper review and is still in studio watching the show live from behind the cameras. Really glad that we can do that. Newspaper review was on point. Gikiri Ed saying there. Bri Karis, good morning. We are already tuned. Asante sana for watching. More Grace, good morning. Watching from Kahawa Sukari. Shukran sana. So much feedback. I'll continue to read it, guys. I have all the phones with me here. But first of all, let's get into this conversation. Continue sending in your feedback and any other questions that you want to ask as we continue with the interview. I had asked you earlier on what are some of the failures that you've experienced in business since you began, or if you ever tried business, or if you're currently in business. Umewai fail wapi exactly? And we want to know that so that we can see how we can go past that. But right about now, let's move over to the launch and let the people speak, yeah? Good morning, guys, and welcome to my show.
Thanks for having us.
Aha, nice. Where are you guys from? And why doesn't he have a tag under Nestrock developers?
You'll give us that story later.
Okay.
But my name is Lucy. I'm from Nestrock Developers Limited. We are a real estate company majoring in the sale of land. Yes.
So where are you guys selling land at?
We sell land basically along Thika Superhighway and Thika Garissa Road.
All right.
Yes.
And you, sir?
Yes. My name is Nicholas Nganga from Nestrock Developers, and thank you so much for hosting us here in your show. Thank you. So we are located in Thika Town, in T Plaza, 5th floor. We are just next to Quickmart, the new Quickmart ambayo imefunguliwa juzi. Yes.
So hapo is where people can find you at.
Exactly.
If they are trying to get land.
Yes.
Why don't you have a tag? She said you have a story for that. Service you deserve, and the last part is?
People you trust.
People you trust.
Yes.
Service you deserve, people you trust. You don't have that?
I have it. That's a very long story, but I think we need to organize for a show to respond to that question.
Lovely, which means you guys are going to come back another time, yeah?
That's an answer, not
Let's
a question.
Let's get into it. How cheap or expensive is land in Kenya right now?
Basically, we as Nestrock Developers, we have chosen to cover a wide area in terms of the capacity or the ability of people to buy land. So we have decided to start as much as low as around 150,000. You can have a piece of land, and of course, our prices are inclusive of the title processing fee. Okay, sikia tumekuambia it's 150. It includes paka title. So we have plots as low as 150,000 and as high as 500. We don't love specializing lands above 500,000 because we have realized that the capacity or the ability for people to buy, it's quite low, especially when COVID hit Kenya, it need to affect sun. So we have chosen to majorly to price our plots between 150,000 up to around 500 because that's where the purchasing power of Kenyans mostly lies.
What informs your pricing, Lucy, in terms of the land that you guys sell? When you look at a piece of land like, oof, you guy, you look like 100,000. This is a fertile place, or how exactly do you do it?
Well, to start with, before we purchase land, we look at the key development projects. Maybe the land is close to a road, a bypass or something. There are key development projects such as schools, hospitals. So the price that we get from the vendor will also determine the price that we set for that specific project. Yes,
so
but we have a variety. Of course, we look at the low income earners, the high income earners. So that is basically the key areas that we use to price our products. Yes.
All right. So where all the land that you guys have is spread along Thika Road I understand. Why Thika Road?
We also have plots along Thika Garissa Highway. But that is just we are startup, so that is where we started, just Thika Garissa Highway and Thika Super Highway. But we also plan to go to areas like Nanyuki, Matu. Yeah. So
how long ago did you guys start?
We celebrated our first 1 year anniversary on July 26th.
Yes. 1 year anniversary on July 26th. That is this past month.
Yes.
1 year on at Nestrock Developers. Why Nestrock Developers, not Nestrock Real Estate or something that is related to land?
Well, I never expected that question, but I think it's a good question.
Okay.
If you check our name, it's Nestrock, but one name. Nestrock. Nest, it's a house for birds, and rock, it's a rock, a jiwe. So we as Nestrock Developers, we try as much as possible to give you a firm foundation where you can build your home. So that's why we are Nestrock Developers.
Right.
And we take pride in what we do, by the way. I think my colleague here has told us that we are just 1 year in operation, and I'll tell you for sure, we have done much.
You have done much.
The good thing, Kenyans have trusted us. And we as Nestrock Developers, we have done our best to give what they deserve.
How do you guys ensure that you have trust within your clients?
Good. I think if you go to our social media platforms, even you can see the comments from clients. One, we have chosen the best thing you can ever give to your client in terms of real estate is concerned is the title deed. And we try as much as possible within a month you have your title deed. It has never been done anywhere with other real estate companies, but Nestrock, that's why we are here. We have chosen to bridge the gap that we have been lacking for a good period of time. So we have tried as much as possible. Within a month, within 30 days, you get your title after clearing. Yeah, and that is something that has given us the mileage. And that's when I tell you we are only 1 year in operation, we have done much. When I say we have done much, it's because we have had a lot of projects within the course of 1 year. So we have my colleague has said that tulikuwa na plot za Kilimambogo. We were in Kilimambogo phase 1, tukamaliza, tukaenda Kilimambogo phase 2, tukaisha Kilimambogo phase 3, and we are currently in Kilimambogo phase 4. And I'll tell you that is just in Kilimambogo area. We had Mudara phase 1, sai we in Mudara phase 2. We had Malaba phase 1, we had Malaba phase 2.
And you guys have done this in a space of 1 year?
In 1 year.
Wow, that is quite something. So other than the purchase and sale of land, are there any other activities that are around it that Nestrock Developers does?
We have several CSR projects that is giving back to the community. So we have given 50 by 100 piece of land to a widow who was homeless. So that is just one of the projects that we've had. We also plan to work with cooperatives and circles to help members invest in land through savings. So that is what we are doing. And another vision of our company is developing land. So that is part of what we're going to be doing in the next 5 years.
Okay,
Yes.
It's important that you mentioned savings, and I'm interested to know if I am a young person who's trying to get land at this age, are there financing options available at your company that can help me, of course, maybe pay it in installments, or kidogo kidogo as a young person to also get land? Are there options like those?
Yeah, of course. We, as I have said earlier, I think we as Nestrock Developers, we have chosen to try as much as possible to accommodate all the Kenyans, because not all Kenyans earn the same marginal in terms of income is concerned. So like last year when COVID hit, we extended the period whereby clients can pay even in a longer term to paying their installments. So normally we used to do it in 3 months. You pay your installments in 3 months. But since COVID hit, we tried as much as possible to give people at least an year. You can be able to pay your installments. So it gives you at least enough and ample time to pay your installments. And of course, for example, in a week's time, we shall be launching a project in Matu area, whereby it will be costing about 150,000. So we give you an opportunity where you can just put a deposit of about 50,000, and then the rest you can spread it within about 6 months. So that means even a small earning Kenyan can be able to purchase such a piece of land. And I'm telling you, the real gold in the current world, it's real estate. Invest in land and you'll never go wrong.
Because it appreciates every day.
It appreciates every day. And also another instance, I'll tell you for sure, if you go to a SACCO or a bank, if they want to finance you, and you give them a title deed, they will give you up to 100% of the value of land. But go with a logbook for a car. they'll give you about 70% of the worth of the value of the car. Because of what? Land will always appreciate. If it was 100% today, after about 1 year, it will be around 120%. That's the theory of land.
And land is a very tricky business.
Yes.
Especially in Kenya, where there's a lot of land issues. How have you guys been able to navigate some of those bottlenecks?
Yes, so there's an issue of trust in the real estate sector. Of course, there have been so many scandals going on, but our key selling point has been issuing title deeds within the shortest time possible. So within a month, you have your title deed, and before you make purchase, you conduct a land search, where, of course, if there are issues, there's a caution on that land, the land search will be able to indicate that. So that has been the key area that has helped us to penetrate the market.
Maybe to add what she's saying, I'll tell you for sure, even before us as a company buys a piece of land, we usually ask ourselves, if I'm to buy personally that piece of land, can I buy it to myself? Because the land should be attractive enough whereby I as an individual
can have it as my own
have
land.
it as a personal property. So first of all, we ask ourselves as the staff, can I buy it as a personal property? 2, even before I go to selling it the land to a client, I'll have to be able to do all the due diligence, because I don't want a case whereby I'll be taking it to the site visit to show you the land, and then tunakuja kupigiwa hapo. So we try as much as possible, we ensure that we have genuine lines, because atutaki mahali whereby we as a brand, we will ban or we will spoil the brand that we have taken time to build.
Okay. And so eventually you have built trust with all your clients now.
Yes.
And have there been a case where someone bought land and they're like, yo, take your land back, give me my money? I really don't like this piece of place that you guys put me up on.
I think it has happened. I'll confirm that.
What was the reason?
But now I've told you that we are just 1 year in operation. So in that 1 year, one client, because it was an issue of health issues. So whereby the lady has bought a land, and then the daughter fell sick. So the priority now changes from land based now to health. You transfer the cash to.
How big is your team?
So we are
at your startup that is selling land.
We are a team staff who are we are permanently employed. We are 10. And then we have the sales agents who work on commission basis. So in total, we are about 25.
Now, in a process of scouting for land, how do you guys do it? Do you send out emissaries to go do reconnaissance and like Kitambo when they used to go to war, or how exactly do you know we should go and check out that area? Looks like the land there is dope.
Of course, for every company, you have your external publics, that is the vendors, the brokers. So we work with all of those and the marketers. So we get options. Maybe a vendor will tell you have this land. We have them coming to our offices, some call. So it's not a hassle.
Okay. So you guys have built that kind of relationship
the links.
Do you have a website where people can check it out? Can check Nestrock Developers at?
Yes. www.nestrockdevelopers.co.ke. You will find us there. Also, you can find us on Facebook page, Nestrock Developers. Utatupata hapo hapo Facebook. Also on Twitter, you find us Nestrock Developers. And also you can always call us 0700 34 34 34 or 0729 34 34 34.
Simple number, 0729 34 34 34. Now, something that I want to understand from you guys is, now in the process of someone buying land, what are some of those things that clients come with, misconceptions they come with when they're coming to buy land? They're like, maybe they think 50 by 100 is really huge, and then they're like, oh, it's just this. Or any other that you guys have experienced so far in the 1 year that you've been in operation?
I think the greatest, I would say, misconception is where a client comes, makes the payment and wants the title deed immediately.
Like on the spot. And
yes, they want the title deed under my name. So they're like, iko wapi title yangu? So of course now we have to explain, even before you make the payment, the land buying process. You have to view the site, then you have to conduct the land search. Then after you make the payment, we do what we call the land transfer, which is a process that takes a maximum of 1 month. So you give us your KRA PIN, your ID and all that, then we take the documents, then now it's under your name, the title deed.
So the documents that someone needs are the KRA PIN?
Yes, a copy of your KRA PIN, a copy of your ID, then 4 passport photos. So that is the photos that are attached to the transfer documents and the consent. Then now we take them to the lands ministry, and then now they do the transfer.
They do the land transfer.
Yes,
so that
the
now
land
the
transfer
eventually gets the title deed.
So that now the title deed is under your name. Yes.
Any other things that people have come with, or people should avoid when they're trying to get land? Some misconceptions they have that they should drop.
I think majority of Kenyans have been conned. At that one, I will assure you that. So sometimes people come with a lot of insecurity. Because maybe somebody lost his 700,000 somewhere with another company, so they feel very insecure. Regardless of your track record, they still feel insecure.
Yeah, they will like, might repeat itself. Yeah.
And what has given us the mileage throughout that 1 year? It's because around 70% of our clients are referrals from our previous clients. And you see, when a client is referred by a friend, they come directly wanting to buy a piece of land without any insecurities, without any fears, because they have a testimony from a friend they know.
So referrals work really well with you guys.
They work on a serious note. When you are told that a client has been referred, you are sure that's a sealed deal.
Do people buy land for different reasons? Maybe building, farming, and do those pieces of plots or land look different to them?
Yes, they do. In fact, the first question we ask you is what you plan to do with the land, the purpose, so that we advise you further on what you need, you would want to get from our variety of plots. So we have commercial plots. The plots that are close to maybe nearby major road, plots that you can use to develop rentals or commercial housing. So we also have people who want to farm agricultural land. So there's that. There are all those varieties. Some want to lease. So yeah.
So you get to see how different these are.
Yes, the purpose of the land will inspire what land you'd want to get.
Okay.
Maybe I can give an instance. We had that, I've told you that our Kilimambogo phase 4 is already sold out. So the next farm, there was a guy who had leased a piece of 3 acres of land. He usually does French beans. He does export for tomato exports. So he was giving me an instance. In the last season, he was able to make a profit of 1.8 from 3 acres.
Wow.
Profits,
in
not
farming.
sales, in farming. The good thing, he has ready market. That will tell you how fertile Kilimambogo is. That will tell you how fertile is and how accessible water is
from that place.
To that place. Yeah.
Right. Maybe last words for people who are, especially the youth who are who want to buy land, especially because that's the majority of the audience that is watching us today.
Yes.
A lot of them are like, yo, I'm finished with campus, or I'm finished, or I just got my job and I want to put up some money and get a piece of land. Any advice on that and how they can come through to you guys so that you can help them with the whole process?
Yes. So I would say every business is about cash flow. And while you're young, you want to invest in passive income because it will give you infinite cash flow. It's not like a business. You know, COVID has taught us a lot. Businesses have collapsed, but someone who had bought land and had some apartments or was leasing the land is assured that they'll get that income at the end of every month or every year. So invest in land because it does not really need maintenance. You are sure that you'll get your money back, and it is continuous. It's not like a business where you could get profit this month, then it's a loss the next month. So land is an assured investment. So I would encourage all the youths to invest in land because it's the only way to secure your future. So you can visit our offices in Thika Town. It's a building called T Plaza. T Plaza is between Quickmart and Shell Petrol Station. So we'll be able to serve you there. Then you can also reach us on our numbers. May I say them again? 0700 34 34 34 or 0729 34 34 34.
Great.
Wow. They say that the best investment on earth is earth.
Oh.
The best investment on earth is earth. Invest in earth and you'll never go wrong.
Right.
And I want to encourage the young people. I'm very young, and I will tell you for sure, if you want to build a strong foundation for yourself and your generation, and of course the Bible says that a wise man leaves inheritance for his children. You leave inheritance not because of your children, but your grandchildren. And if you want to leave the best inheritance you can ever leave to your generation, is investing in land. I will tell you, and I'm welcoming all the young people. come, let us sit down, let us agree, let us discuss how much do you want to put as deposit, how much will you be able to pay, how much will you be able to pay per month, and for how long, and I'll tell you, I'll be here to saidiane, and then we be able to grow together as young peoples.
Plot ya 150 Gs inatoshanaje?
My friend, 50 by 100 is a very big piece of land,
right?
And I'll tell you, some customers come and they get surprised because it has surpassed their expectation. Because 50 by 100 is a very big piece of land. What
can someone do in a 50 by 100?
My friend, you can do a lot. You can
love that answer.
You can build, you can do your kitchen garden somewhere there. You can have a place for your parking area. I'll tell you, 50 by 100 is a very big.
You can do everything.
For real.
50 by 100 is an eighth of an
I
acre.
am coming to you guys for sure.
Yes,
and I
think
You're
it will
welcome.
be wise of us maybe to explain a little bit about our current projects. Yes. So we currently have Mudhara. This is the Mudhara phase 2. It is 40 by 80 by size. It is 9 kilometers from Thika Superhighway. It's about 15 to 20 minutes drive from Thika town. It goes at 450,000 for those who want to pay cash. And cash, I mean you pay a deposit today, and within 1 month you pay the balance. So if as long as you pay within 1 month, it is part of the cash bracket. So if you want to pay in installments, you can pay up to 6 months. That is 499,000. We also have Kilimambogo now phase 4. It is a 50 by 100 piece of land. It next 500 meters of Tala Oldonyo Road, which is under construction, by the way, by this company, the Chinese company CRBC. Yeah, it is China Road and Bridge Company, the one which constructed this. Yeah. Yes, so it is 500 meters off the road. Iko nani unapita katikati Oldonyo Sabuk, and then you branch on the right.
So those are the current projects that are ongoing.
Yes.
Great.
It goes at 289,000 for cash buyers. And then 299 for installments.
Kweli. Yes. Indeed, you've had all those details. We'll be uploading this interview later on our YouTube channel, so you can get the whole thing and know exactly what are some of those things you should check out before you get yourself a piece of land, and where you can get these guys. They are there between Shell and Quickmart in Thika, and think that's just when you get into Thika, yeah? Yes. Proper T Plaza. Go and check them out. Get yourself some piece of land. The earth is hard, but the best investment you can do on earth is to invest on the earth. This is still KUTV Rise Today, Biashara Tuesday, with me, Richard Okenye. I'm going for a short break, but I'm coming back. You guys are sending so much feedback. My phones want to burst, so I'm coming to read everything that you guys have said, so don't go too far.